Hi there, Leigh Farnell here, and welcome to Leading Your Best Life. In this podcast, I want to talk to you about 6 steps that I'm about to do with another new client to help them get clear on what they need to do to be the best business they can be. So let me share these 6 steps with you and see how it applies to you and your business. Welcome back. This came about thinking about one of my clients in a meditation I was doing the other morning. I'm looking at my journal, the journal I write in each morning after I do my meditation, and it's 6 steps that you, me, anyone who wants to actually change their situation, grow their business, change their life can do. A smart, what we might call smart strategic audit. SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, realistic, with a time frame. So step number 1 is, let's start with the end in mind. As Stephen Covey said, all things are created twice, first in the mind, then in the physical world. No matter the chair I'm sitting on, the computer I'm looking at, the microphone, the phone, somebody thought about it. Somebody dreamt it as an idea, as a concept, before it was then put into a plan and then executed in the physical world. So here, what does your dream future look like? What does the dream business look like? So the question is, when your business is finished, what will it look like? The marketing, the finances, the people, the structure. You know, as Walt Disney said, what the mind can, actually this is Napoleon Hill, what the mind can conceive and believe it can achieve. Buckminster Fuller said, a thought doesn't come for no reason. So what we're doing, and if we look way back in terms of some of the Indian yogics, you know, we're actually putting out an intention into the field of infinite possibilities. But if you don't have the intention, you don't have the picture, don't have the vision, it's in the Old Testament, where there is no vision, the people perish. What is the vision? You know, Elon Musk has that picture. He already has what is the picture going to look like when they take the first photograph from the landing on Mars. And as someone said the other day, not only does he want to go on Mars, but whatever he does, it's always about saving humanity, moving humanity forward. In other words, the dream and the vision is a big vision. You know, what is it? Whatever you can dream or believe you can, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. Goethe. Whatever you can dream, whatever you can conceive and dream, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. So write it down. What is that? And the more vivid, the better. Literally what I've done in recent times is I took images off the internet and I've created a vision board, which is converted into a vision affirmation and meditation. Why? Because I want to, on a regular basis, and this came about from neuroscience we were looking at and teaching, the neuroscientists say, if you can spend 5 or 10 minutes a day just visualizing, then tasting it and smelling it and experiencing it so that you are living as if, and now again, the same being in the De Silva method, the psychocybernetics, all talk about the theatre of the mind, developing, exercising the theatre of the mind. So what does the end in mind look like for you? Write it down. Step 1. Now step 2. Hard question. Where are you now? Where are you now? I'm broke. I've got nothing. I want to have $10 million in the bank and a beautiful house on the coast overlooking the ocean. But what do you got right now? I'm broke. Okay. Look at it in the mirror. So what are you not doing? What are you not doing? So if this is where you are, this is where you want to be, what are some of the smart steps? Now let's put a stairway in place to get from where you are now to where you want to be. And not only that, what knowledge, what new knowledge and what new skills do you need to develop as part of that? Because the journey will be you becoming a different person, developing new muscles, new thinking, new skills, new systems, new team. Who are you surrounding yourself with? So step 1, end in mind. 2, where are you now? Where are the gaps? What are you not doing? Make notes on that. And then 3, let's begin to put some smart steps, some smart milestones in place. And I'm thinking back now to when we did some great work with the McDonald's franchises here in WA. And one of the guys said, I literally have my whole life drawn around the walls of my office with dates. So it's surrounded by it visually, that by a certain date I'll have achieved this, by a certain date I'll have achieved that, I'll have run a marathon, I'll have had 3 stores, I'll have, up $2 million in the bank, whatever the goals were. He literally had it in his office around the roof. Fantastic. Step 1, end in mind. 2, where are you now? Do the audit. Where are the gaps? What aren't you doing? Now let's put some steps in, some steps between where you are and where you want to get to, some milestones. And then 4, do you have the right people on your team? Who's on your team? Do you have the right structure? Like, doing some work with a client at the moment, and they want to really focus on sales and marketing, but there's no one in charge of sales and marketing. And sales and marketing is like a thing you do when you've only got a little bit of time left. It's what I do when I've got time. Well, that's not going to work. You have to actually structure the team and get the talent, as Robert Kiyosaki taught us years ago. Task determines team. Task determines team. If I've got to build a bridge, I'm not looking for a sales team. I'm looking for an engineering and construction team. If I want to sell more, I need a sales and marketing team. I don't need an engineering team. It reminds me of when they're building a mine site, there's the construction people, which is a whole set of skills, but when the construction's over there, it's a different group who actually run the mine. They're not the same people. The construction people do the construction, and the operational people do the operations. So the task that you have to do determines the team, determines the skills. So step 1, end in mind. Step 2, where are you now? The audit. Step 3, let's set the steps and the milestones. Step 4, structure and team. Have we got the right team, the right skill, the right structure? Reminds me of Brian Cook, my mate, chief exec of Carlton, said there were like 16 or 17 committees of which directors were on. He's like, what the hell? The structure's all wrong. And of course, it's grown like Topsy. So I had to change the structure to be more streamlined. What did he say? The other thing was, in terms of structure, some managers had like 15 or 20 direct reports. He's like, this is ridiculous. A person should only have 7 or 8 direct reports at the most. How can you effectively run 15 or 20 direct reports? Change the structure so it's more streamlined and flatter. Then 5, actions. Now we break those steps into actions with timelines, and that's where I love the Gantt chart tool. The chart called a Gantt chart. If you don't know about it, it's a project management tool. Check it out, because you want action, you want a Gantt chart with accountability, you want assessment in there, you want audit. Are we doing those things? Are we on time? Are we not on time? And you want project team meetings. You want team meetings where the individuals report on their progress. So 1, end in mind. 2, where are you now? Audit. 3, the steps, the milestones. 4, structure and team. 5, actions and Gantt chart. And 6, mindset and beliefs. Mindset and beliefs. You can have all of that, but if your mindset and beliefs don't support it, if you've got disempowering beliefs, you'll self-sabotage. So what work are you doing on yourself and your team to deal with their mindsets and their beliefs? What I would call disempowering beliefs, bullshit beliefs, self-sabotaging beliefs, and if we're serious, what you do as part of this process is also match personal agendas with business agenda. Because if the business agenda doesn't actually help the person get where they want to go, then they'll consciously or unconsciously sabotage the process anyway, which is why Chip Wilson at Lululemon was so clever in making sure that his business aligned with people's personal goals, and in helping people achieve their personal goals, they put in more effort at work. So they're the 6 steps to be aware of. The strategic audit. You want help with it? That's what we do with clients. You want a holistic approach, not just strategy, because as Peter Drucker says, culture will eat strategy for breakfast any day. But it's not just that, but as we say, 80% of success is the psychology, and 20% are the systems and structures and strategy. So you want to be working at both levels, the psychology, mindset, beliefs and psychology, and empowering people and helping them get to better control of their mind and optimizing their potential with all the high-performance mind tools that are available, that we have as well, and then systems. And then, of course, you want a project management approach to it. the Gantt chart approach. Look, I hope this helps. I'm in the business of helping you lead your best life, and in doing so, adding value to you so that you're the hero in your own story. Want help with it? Touch base. We'd love to help you. Get a copy of this audit, and I'll put the link in the podcast, and we'll be sharing it. In the meantime, just DM me and say, Leigh, I want a copy of that strategic audit. That's 6 steps. See you next time. Thanks for listening.